Good morning, my dear students. How are you doing? I hope everything is fine. This is you, Mustafa Sarwar, lecturer in English. Today, I am going to discuss about our total learning process. Today's topic is going to be a boring class for you, but I think if you attentively listen my class today, your complete life will be changed very soon. So today's class is about learning how to learn. Everybody start learning since they were born until our very last breath. But few of us constantly learn how to do that. Whether it is learning to speak a new language, play the piano, or learning the code or mathematics or something else. You can save so much time and effort if you understand the total human learning process. Human learning is a process of acquiring knowledge. Our behavior, skills, values, and ethics are acquired when we process information through our minds and learn. People learning may occur as part of education, personal development, or any other formal or informal training. Children learn while they play, experiment, and interact. However, the process of learning is a continuous process. We constantly learn, unlearn, and relearn through our experiences. To express ideas, to inform people, to communicate, to create, etc., we need to learn. Learning is a process that leads to change, which occurs as a result of experience and increases the potential for improvable performance and future learning. The change in the learners may happen at the level of knowledge, attitude, or behavior. As a result of learning, learners came to see concepts, ideas, and or world differently. Learning is not something done to students, but rather something students themselves do. It is the direct result of how students interact and respond to their experiences. While there are disciplinary differences in the what students learn, it is important to keep the mind learning in university courses. Regardless of the field of study, students need to have significant opportunities to develop and participate intellectual skill, thinking process, etc. Important of the other fields of study. In additional, students need opportunities to development, especially social skills. They are important for professional and personal success. Examples of the skills includes teamwork, effective communication, conflict resolution, and creative thinking. As teaching assistants and instructors, we need to keep in mind that there is much more to learn than the concept that we should pay attention not only to the contact by to the talk thinking process. Children and teenagers learn by observing, listening, exploring, experimenting, and asking questions. Being interested, motivated, and engaged in learning is important for children once they start schooling. It can also help if they understand why they are learning something. And as your child gets older, he will enjoy talking more responsibly for his learning and getting more involved in making decisions about learning and organizing activities. Even if we think we don't know much about learning and teaching, our child or students keeps learning from us over the years. And when our child or students goes to primary and secondary schools, we can help our child or students to have a positive attitude to learning just by being positive by myself. Children learn in different ways. Some learns by seeing, and some especially learns by hearing, and some learns by reading, and some students or children learn by searching internet, and after reading many of the scientific articles about learning process, I have discovered some important points that can help to teach our students a better lesson. So I got some points. The points are: encourage our students to try new things, to make mistakes, and to learn about who she or he is through new experiences. Just keep praising her for trying new things. The next point I can say, that is, show an interest in your students' activities. For example, if he enjoys playing drums or playing some sports such as cricket, football, etc., ask him about why he is playing and how he is playing and why he would like to play for us. Watch the news together and talk about what's happening in the world. If our student has homework, encourage her to do it about the same time each day and in a particular area, away from the distraction like the TV or the mobile phone. Make sure or encourage, we should encourage our students and give him or her more time to relax and play. For example, our students might like to read, take photos, or kick a ball in the backyard. Just encourage her. We should help our students develop or maintain a good sleeping pattern. You know, sleeping is very important to a child's mental development. Sometimes our students will need us emotional support for learning as much as our practical help. I have got some ideas. Try to be sensitive to when your student is struggling with learning tasks and work out, or he needs, sometimes it might be he or she might be need our help, and sometimes it might be break from the task. We should trust our students' judgment. For example, if he or she ready to play a contact sports or try to a new subject, just let her go. We should accept our students as a whole person. I repeat, we should accept our students as a whole mature person. This means appreciating that he is strong in some areas of learning and keep him encouraging in every work. I mean positive work. So that's all for today. I hope today's class will be very useful for all of you. In the next class, I will discuss briefly about today's topic, learning how to learn. Till then, stay safe and stay alert.